Well, universal language is basically a matter of power. So in the French Francophone regions of Africa, uh, Morocco, for example, French is commonly the second language. That's because of French imperialism, which established a Francophone zone, and at the moment is trying very hard to keep it with some difficulty. English became uh, a second language because Britain and after it the United States were the most powerful, violent, and destructive imperial states. So why is English spoken in India? Huge area. It's because the British conquered and destroyed India, deindustrialized it, stole its high technology to enrich England, turned India into, which had been the richest country in the world before the English arrived, turned it into a deeply impoverished country subordinated to England, which enriched itself. So English is spoken in India. If China continues its development and expands its influence, we'll find Chinese being a second language. In fact, I've seen this in my own university. I taught most of my life at MIT, the major research university in the country, probably the world. But when I got there in the 1950s and was teaching, students were, to get their PhD, had to learn French and German because prior to the Second World War, most of the scientific literature was in French and German. Well, after the Second World War, that changed. Most of the scientific literature became in English. Now, students at MIT are studying Chinese because a lot of the scientific literature is coming out in Chinese. This is a reflection of something much more general, what's becoming the second language of commerce, interchange, intellectual interchange, visiting other countries and finding your way around and so on. Well, now it's English. Chinese is probably growing. It'll depend on world power. There's no other sign of a universal language developing.